Hello everyone, and this is a mod that has come out for Rome Remastered. I want to say fairly recently, at least recent enough that I didn't cover it earlier. And this is Scorched Ground. So if you're not aware, there was a project, Scorched Ground, for the original Rome Total War, and the original. The mod that was released for the original Rome Total War was called Stormbringer, and it was sort of a prologue to this. So it had a lot of the aesthetic and the units and the unit rosters and factions from the full mod Scorched Ground in the vanilla original Rome Total War map. And if you want to play that mod, you can either get it for the original Rome Total War, or if you download the mod for Rome Remastered on the Steam Workshop, then you have access to that kind of more vanilla style original Rome Total War campaign, which takes place in the vanilla Rome Total War campaign map, Barbarian Invasion, standard stuff here. Now you also have access to a mini campaign here, the Spain campaign for 15 AD, so you can play as the Western Roman Empire desperately trying to hang on to its possessions in the Iberian Peninsula. I'll show you that one as well. And then you have this Gigantis map, which is a large map which it covers. It's not exactly the Mundus Magnus style map. So Mundus Magnus goes a little bit more into Central Asia, and it's smaller than this map. This map is, if I'm not mistaken, a little more comparable to like the Roma Surrectum 1 map. So the map that they used in Roma Surrectum 1, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken on that. At least in terms of the layout. It's definitely more enhanced than that map. But in any case, I will get into each campaign, I'll show them off, and then I'll show off some units from this mod, because this mod has a very, as you can tell from the skulls, it has a dark atmosphere, and it really sets the tone for, you know, the barbarian invasions, and it's a little darker than the vanilla barbarian invasion. It's quite good. Anyway, I'll get into the regular Stormbringer campaign, and then Spain, and then Gigantis, and we'll go from there. All right, so here we are in the campaign map as the Lombardy. And if we toggle the fog of war here, you can see you have the standard Rome Total War vanilla map, and this is this is on the regular color palette, I believe, the vanilla color palette of Rome Remastered. So it's a little brighter than some people are used to, but that, you know, it all depends on your map textures. It depends on your settings as well. I could set this to be darker. But in any case, your faction layout in terms of like borders and everything, it's pretty much vanilla barbarian invasion, and there's nothing wrong with that. However, when you take a look at the units, you can see that they are the Scorched Ground units, which look quite nice. And when I show off the units later in this video, you'll see what I mean. Now, in any case, let's get into the Spain campaign, and I'll show off that one. All right, so here we are in the Spain campaign, and the start date here is 415 AD. And as you can see, the Western Roman Empire has been relegated to just a few territories in Mauritania, as well as in the northern part of the Iberian Peninsula, so like Asturias, that area. And it's not a good situation. A lot of your cities are unhappy. And as you can see here, a lot of aspects of the mod are still pretty similar to vanilla in terms of, you know, the buildings at your disposal, but the recruitment system is a little bit different. And the economy is tweaked as well. And of course, unit rosters and the aesthetic of this mod is just Very different compared to vanilla. And as you can see from this map, this is a nice, unique little Iberian Peninsula and Mauritania map. It's quite nice indeed. So I will go into the Gigantis map, which is like the full Scorched Ground experience. All right, so here we are in the Gigantis map. And I will toggle the Fog of War here and show you the map in all its glory. So as you can see, there are a few things here. So there are going to be more factions added, and the map is going to be, the mod is going to be enhanced significantly. So this is an early version of the mod, but the aesthetic, factions, the unit rosters, all of these things are brand new in Scorched Ground. And again, I'm just showcasing the very nice map here. It's a more bleak color palette compared to your standard Rome Total War mods with their standard start date, 3rd century BC, or even Barbarian Invasion Vanilla. And as you saw the Vanilla campaign map just a few minutes ago, this is a much more the color palette suits the aesthetic that they're going for here, and I think it's quite cool. So in any case, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show off some of the really nice units of this mod, and you'll see exactly what I'm saying when I say that this mod has some nice unique units and unit aesthetic here. All right, so here we are in the custom battle screen. And as you can see, there are significant numbers of new units for each of these factions here in Scorched Ground. And all of them are very unique indeed in terms of their looks and everything. So I will get a battle going with all of these different, not all of them, but with some of these different factions. And you'll see what I mean. All right, so here we are in the battle map, and as you can see, the Roman eagle has been replaced by a different bird, so that's your first clue that the aesthetic here is going to be different. And let's take a look at our units here. So we are in the Picts, and I chose the Picts here because they have a good unit roster indeed. I wish I didn't pick just such a grassy map. But we have the Spear Warband. I really like the look of the armor in this mod, especially for the barbarians. I think the effort put into the Picts, in particular with the designs of the war tattoos, I think this mod and Barbarian Empires by Langane have a really, really great Gallic warriors and Britannic warriors in their mods. So props to them for that, because usually, and these are the daughters of Andrasta, of course, usually I don't find myself playing the barbarians that much, and part of that, or I don't mean barbarians, I mean the sort of the Germanic tribes, the Gallic tribes, the Britons. I don't find myself playing them that much because the unit designs are one thing, that they could be a little bit bland, but in this mod, as you can see by the Hounds of Kulan here, it is pretty entertaining, pretty detailed, and everything is based on something that's pretty realistic. And the whole point of these warriors here was that his left arm looks a bit strange. Actually, the right arm too. So just making a note here for the Celtic heavy swordsman. But the point of these troops is that they were trying to scare their opponents, right? And a lot of troops in this time period, they were supposed to, instill fear in the enemy. And I think Scorched Ground really does that with the the Picts and other unit rosters as well, but I really like the Picts in this mod. And I do have a couple other factions here to show off. I'm not going to show off everything. I don't like spoiling everything. So these are Hun, German chosen spearmen. I just don't like spoiling every unit from a mod because, a lot of people complain that I don't show enough of the units and things like that, but I prefer talking about like campaign mechanics and stuff. I guess a lot of people don't like that. But anyway, here's some units from this mod. This mod is a little special because I think the focus here is, the amazing unit designs and unit rosters. That's definitely one of the focuses of this mod. And these are the Hunnic Elite Warriors. I really like their designs too. They look quite nice indeed. They kind of remind me of, Extended Cultures. Extended Cultures 5. I really like the what's it called? The Central Asian cataphracts and horse archer designs in that mod as well. I really enjoy it. The Berbers here have a nice looking roster as well. I really like their heavy horse archers. Excellent cataphract armor design, and who's attacking you. And the Hunnic Elite Warriors have this nice banner as well. So anyway, this is a dark mod. This is a dark mod, not Darth mod. It's a dark mod with a dark aesthetic. I enjoy it. I think once the finished product is out with all the different factions and full enhancements, it's going to be very nice indeed. And it's already nice. Give it a spin. Anyway, if you enjoy videos about the historical Total Wars and their mods, consider liking this video, consider subscribing to the channel, consider learning how to become an elite horse archer, and I'll see you in the next one later.